We got the notebook. Also, I'm not home. This is not my home. So, mind the deer. But it's my birthday today, and I've just been spending it reading, hanging out with the cat, which you'll see in a second here as she glides by or just makes her appearance. And I just had a little, like with all birthdays, I was pondering in the midst of my reading, because when reading comes, so does the thoughts, and started getting very reflective. So I want to read my diary entry for 2 people to see. And also, again, I reiterate, mind the cat and the deer. Today is my last day of ever being 25. And actually, in exactly 4 more hours, I will be 26. There's been a lot of last days for the last ages that I didn't feel the need to write about, or that held any particular significance. Why I want to now, I don't know. Perhaps to capture a brief flicker in time, another passing night that maybe one day, I'll happen to look back on when I'm older and be lightly amused. I set these sort of expectations for myself with every diary entry, as if every day, one day, could be of some useful entertainment when I need it most. Hey! The ribbon commands you. I know, just from this life I'm living, one day I'll need it. This year was hard. I'm not so much talking about the entirety of 25, but more like the last stretch there. It was a year of breaking and rebuilding. As I'm looking back on it now, I see it as a sort of beige color. Nothing really happened on the surface. I didn't move. I didn't have any overwhelming major discoveries. I didn't travel as much as I wanted to. I didn't flourish in one dramatic burst every month like I used to. Instead, I took it day by day. I've come to understand the importance of commitment, of letting my life be a real thing that I could hold, even just in fragments, in my own 2 hands. I learned, over the course of 25, that there is a time to rest and there is a time to rise. I practiced mindfully each side of the spectrum, and slowly, patiently, I began to feel the first flickers of coming to be steady in myself, to continue to go in the direction of my dreams, but carry with me the important ingredient to properly do so: direction in itself. One of the big things I've learned at this age is that magic exists. Faith is a thing that glimmers subtly under every single decision we make. Even if we are not getting the results we want, the recognition, the approval, the money, hell. What? Don't know why I wrote that. The excitement. When our exterior does not yet match our interior, it is fine to still follow the heart. I've been doing it all this time, leaning into the winds that my writing has been carrying me. There are moments where I question it, where I stop and wonder if all of this is even worth it. How could I still be living for a dream that's not even close to true at my big age? How is it that even though through all my hungry nights, my hot solitary hours, my constant simmering sense that I am far behind, as I work my minimum wage job, take the bus back home, and cry at the constant burn of my skin, that I still believe something is bound to happen? And to be honest, I don't know, because what I wanted to happen has recently gone 10 steps backwards from being achieved. Most of what I've been building for myself has now plateaued, or gone entirely down. And still, by some grand delusion, I feel the poetry pulsing within me. I still have so much. I've yet to know about my craft. I might always be learning, so long as the stories wish to come forth and spill out into all these journals and notebooks that build on my desk, scattered about, grounding me and helping me escape from this reality. For this has also been a lonely year. I dove headfirst into the one thing that helped me escape that loneliness. That thing that was not alcohol or drugs, which I had attempted to use to fill the gaps the year previous, but the other thing, the real sober thing, which I suppose you could call a form of disassociation in itself. Writing. I am shy, and I have a lot of time to kill. To combat both, I decided to take my first creative writing class at the college I had attended when I was a very different person. Through this class, I had found small but important moments of confirmation that maybe, just maybe, I'm on some sort of right path with writing. It was good to go to class every Monday and Wednesday for a year and share my writing with other creatives who get it. I remember one moment in particular. I was sitting with one of my friends after class, and we were reviewing each other's pieces, chatting in between notes. I had written a short story that was deeply personal, and my friend and I talked about the piece. We found time to laugh about it. The trees around us were in bloom with yellow pollen, particles floating in the air and dancing on the ground below us. A white butterfly drifted by. I went home and thought, incredible. All my life I had wanted a moment just like that. To be understood. To not take all this so serious, so somberly. To connect with someone I could really learn something from. It was just one of those things. When I feel myself becoming too inward, wavering, fearful that I'm doing all this for nothing, that there's no sense in creating to no end, when I can't sleep or eat properly, I remember moments like those. The way I felt when I could share, have it be seen, given an opinion on, from someone who cared. I'd gone so long without that. For so long I thought I should walk this road alone, and hard, not listen to anything any outside forces had to say. Because they wouldn't understand. No one I knew was an artist, or an artist like me, who didn't have the resources or encouragement from those in their inner circle. But now, I know following dreams does not have to be a long, endless trek through the snow to be worth something. Even though, on the path of the writer, lone wolf mentality is strongly encouraged. There are people out there who will understand, and if they don't, there are those out there who would be willing to. So why am I saying all this? What does the pursuit of writing have to do with being 25 for the last night of my life? I guess I thought I would quit dreaming at this age. I make promises to myself, still, to this day. When I'm this age, I'll stop. When I'm this age, it'll finally be clear to me that I've been delusional, that I'll wake up and find I've lived my entire life in the sky and have to sprint to the finish line, more exhausted than those around me because I decided to dream. These worries still creep up on me. But as 26 approaches, and I write this, and I write, and I write, and love it some days, despise it others, I feel as though there has to be a reason why I'm content to be so stupid. That through my 20s I've managed to live by the pull of my heart without dying. Sadness, yes. Heartbreak and trouble, absolutely. But dying, no. Never has it killed me. Maybe one day it will, and to that I can only say that I would rather die trying than put out the flame too soon. For that in itself is like dying, perhaps worse, since you still have to smile and carry your choice around like a heavy companion. The dream will always gnaw, always stir. I feel it's best to let it roam free, despite its occasional unruliness. So I'm going to be 26 tomorrow, and I haven't done much. I'm single, I'm on thin ice financially, and I'm about to not have a home of my own. Again and again, but I felt the breath in my lungs. I've taken all this worry in broken pieces and formed a new shape. I've loved and lost and want to do more, on a grander scale. I can't say I'm ready, but the fire's still burning. I move along and don't ask why. I know. I know. Hey! Dog says, why worry when you can pet me? Let the purrs heal the unsteady vibration in your heart. And that is my journal entry. Also, happy full strawberry moon. It's kind of crazy. I don't think that's ever happened before on my birthday, so thank you for watching. I'm gonna continue on with my day and go have a good dinner. Thank you.